Automated Bakery Inspection Software by Iris Solutions Incorporated. A prospective client, a bakery automation company, contacted Iris Solutions about a failed vision system. Iris and FANUC Robotics were asked to combine their expertise to continue the project. Since Iris had vast experience with both machine vision and robotic motion, we led the technical aspects of the combined system design and development. Iris provided the overall design and inner working of the vision system to the robotic system. We worked with FANUC engineers to design and develop the vision-to-motion communications, calibration, and motion strategies. Iris designed all aspects of the machine vision hardware. We also developed all vision software from the ground up, using National Instruments LabVIEW and Vision Development Module. During this continuing development, we have installed two types of systems so far: robot laning and bulk reject. The robot laning system utilizes the Iris Vision system integrated with a FANUC Spider robot. The robot will assure that the bread enters the slicer at the proper orientation, but note, up to 20 degrees of skew is acceptable. This system is used to align and position the bread into two lanes that enter the bread slicing and packaging machinery. The robot will move the bread from one lane to the other in the event of an uneven load downstream. This system will also reject bread based on vision inspection. Here is a picture of the system as it was under development last year. Note the camera and lighting at the entry conveyor. Then note the FANUC Spider robot. Here you can see the system in action. Note that only the bread clusters that are out of position are touched by the robot. You can see that some of the clusters are angled, but they are well within specification and will straighten out once they reach the slicer. In this clip, you can also see the laning operation. Here, rejecting a hamburger cluster is a newer system that has recently been installed. This is an image of the bulk reject system when it was under development. You can note the two cameras at the top. One is a line scan camera, the second is a 3D camera. And then at the bottom, we also have a line scan camera that looks at the bottom of the product. Here you can see the bulk reject system in action. The retracting conveyors act as the reject mechanism. The system uses an encoder to synchronize rejecting of product with the vision system. Even though the conveyor slows down, speeds up, and sometimes stops, the bread is always rejected at the right time. This installation was developed with 3 individual cells. The bulk reject cell that we are now looking at, and from there the bread travels down the conveyor through a diverter conveyor into 2 separate robot cells. Now let's take a look at the software. Here is the front panel of the software. You can select which product you're currently running. Then you can take a look at the product as it's being inspected. You can also select between the camera views as the system's running. This is the bottom view of the product. This is the image from the 3-dimensional camera. All of the product measurements can be graphed and tracked. The system also has an engineering area for setting of all low-level function parameters. This concludes our presentation. Please feel free to contact us about this application.